Hey, podcast listeners. Would you like to support the 4am podcast in their podcast endeavors? Well, we have great news for you. We have just opened our merchandise store on Teespring. You can find us on Teespring at 4am podcast or go through our website at 4ampodcast.podbean.com.
Get some swag.
Get some cool swag. We got lots of merch there. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got stickers, all kinds of cool stuff featuring inside jokes from our podcast and our podcast logo. And the best thing is, all of those proceeds help to support yours truly, the 4am podcast.
Yeah.
And right now through January 1st, if you go to our store and buy some merch, either a shirt or hoodie or whatever, you can take a picture of yourself wearing your shirt and send it to us, and we'll make that count as a sponsored episode. You can tell us what episode you want to sponsor, and we'll put your episode on the sponsor list. For everybody else, if for whatever reason you don't want to buy any merchandise, but would still like to sponsor an episode, that means you tell us what we're going to watch. It's just $20 donated to our PayPal address, which you can find on our website. Again, that's 4ampodcast.podbean.com. Thanks for listening, guys, and enjoy the episode.
The following podcast may contain spoilers, strong language, graphic violence, and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. Go in the damn towel! But in Chinese.
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Donnie, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
Hello everyone, it's 4am once again, and that means it's time for the 4am podcast, where me and my friends watch movies from our past and see how they hold up to our older, more cynical selves. I am your host as always, and I'll say this correctly because I don't think anyone got the joke last time, Sifu Tony. Joining me today is...
Shot in the head, Rob.
Brian.
Not even Brian the Twister? Nothing?
No, just Brian.
Okay, well, so we did Ip Man.
It may be Tony Sifu if you were going to say it like
Fair enough. We did Ip Man 2, The Legend of the Grandmaster. Or Legend of the Grandmasters. No, the...
What is it called? Oh, sorry.
Seafood Tony for the seafood lover in you.
Yes. Well, that's why last time I jokingly said seafood. Anyway.
Unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks. Now available only at Tony participating locations.
So this is directed by Wilson Yip, once again, who, as we already stated, brought us things like The White Dragon, 2002, Magic to Win, and all of the Ip Man movies thus far.
Also The Neighbor on the Chinese version of Home Improvement.
Wait, what?
Okay. So what is your history with this movie, Rob?
Caught me off guard.
I seen this.
That joke was DOA.
I seen this a couple of times, I think. Once or twice on Netflix with my wife.
All right, Brian.
I know I've seen this once on Netflix. There was I was in a kung fu movie kick not too long ago, and I watched this. Like I think Crouching Tiger was on. They had that sequel that wasn't all that good. To that one was on. I was watching all those movies in like a weekend, and I watched this. I don't remember it though, but I watched it.
All right, this is my first viewing of this movie. As much as I liked the first Ip Man movie, I kind of wasn't sure where they were going with the others. And I think by the time I considered watching 2, I heard about 3 with Mike Tyson and got scared and turned the other way.
That's a reasonable response.
I mean, we all know how you hate sequels and stuff, so.
I mean, the third movie is almost just this movie again, but with Mike Tyson.
All right.
I think. No,
We'll find out next week.
I don't think
Playing
he's
Ip Man's son?
I don't think he's even a boxer. I think he's like a mob boss or something. I can't remember.
We'll find out next week.
Yeah, we'll find out next week.
And this is why I was scared of this movie.
But is this the first movie you haven't seen that we've done?
I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
It's
100 and... Okay,
I watch
here's
a lot
the
of
thing.
movies.
Rich, since you're not here this week, you got time on your hands. How many movies has Tony seen compared to the rest of us out of these 102 movies that we've done?
Is he supposed to Google search this? Or?
No, we say at the beginning, we say it in every episode whether or not we've seen it.
Oh, just
before.
out of what we've done?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's pretty easy. I mean,
I know how many you've seen. You've seen 101 out of 102.
yeah.
But as compared to the rest of us,
I've had at least like 6 or 7 I haven't seen.
I'm
Maybe more than that.
Yeah, Rob's
I'm
only
almost-
seen like 4 of them.
yeah, I'm like, I would say at least 50-50, if not more, in the realm of things I haven't seen.
But if you're curious as to what episodes we haven't seen, we have a list of our episodes on our website,
That's right.
4ampodcast.podbean.com. There's an episode list, and each one, click on it, it'll bring you to the archive with it in it. So don't be afraid to go check them out.
Dude, it's a brand new website, guys. Still got the placenta and everything on there.
I mean, I cleaned it up a little bit.
I'm going to cook it up and eat it.
I was just going to talk about how pretty that list looks, but we're just going to move on.
It's not real. It's just cream cheese and jelly.
That's still gross.
I mean, not really. You just mix it. Never mind.
Delicious. You ever had that stuff?
No, cream cheese and jelly is fine, but not like sitting on a website for a couple of days. That's,
Oh, to be used as TV afterbirth?
yeah, it's still gross. So brief history of this movie itself. And I'm going to mangle these names. I'm just going to demolish them.
It's not a new concept for us, Tony.
No,
we
it's
understand that's how it goes.
But we might have new listeners, so
Oh,
let
yes.
them know.
That's true.
Good point. Good
So-
point.
You know,
Wu Hung Tao, perhaps. In this movie, he played Hugh Wee. I don't know.
huge erection.
Feel free to, there it is. feel free to call us in with correct pronunciations, because we're gonna mess them up all show.
Rich, I have another question for you. How long?
I wish Rich was here.
I'm going to eat a Dorito right now.
Yeah, open the Doritos.
My stomach
Doritos.
hurts real bad
Eat your
this week.
Doritos.
But I'm going to go ahead and eat a
You
Dorito.
do that because I know where you're going.
I hope it wasn't that Wendy's Sawsome sauce.
Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't so saucy as it was after all.
Anyway, this particular gentleman who is in this movie, not playing Ip Man, but did play Ip Man in a different film. The Legend is Born, Ip Man, the movie. So that's just a little fun factor
There's
for
been
you.
like a bunch of Hitman movies, like not all related to each other, but
But he was in this movie?
Yes.
Who did he play in this movie?
He
just
played
one of the name.
You just got to tell me which one. Just tell me which one it was. Or which person.
Huwei, Huwei, however you say that.
That's, I mean, like.
I
who
don't
was
know.
it?
I don't know.
Okay, all right,
I don't know.
all right.
Instead of this who we baby.
Wow. How many Doritos you got today?
That's
Not enough.
I can't.
All right.
I can't eat them.
Also,
I'll throw up.
because information on this was very light. The sequel originally was going to focus on the master's relationship with his young apprentice Bruce Lee, but obviously they kind of pushed that back to put in whatever we witnessed instead.
Just a nonsense story.
Yeah. So, anyone want to guess at how much money this movie cost to make?
Like this never really happened, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Rich, please let us know. Is any of this real? Is this entire nonsense?
Rich, you really should have been here just to field like, these questions alive.
Because this guy lived, he still had a whole life going on at this point.
But was it all movie worthy though? Like that's the thing. Like,
That's the thing. Yeah,
you
I
make up
don't
some
know
stuff.
if any of this is real or not. It could have been. Or it could have, like, maybe they just found, like, in his journal somewhere that he went to a boxing match once and just spinned a whole story around it. I don't know.
That's probably closer to the truth.
yeah, and that's fine.
But if this is fake, this is really a weird ass way to, write this story in instead of just like people showed up and they fought people. Like, just, I don't know.
I have good news, guys. I think I might just have gas.
You're not pregnant.
Well, I know I'm not pregnant.
Okay,
I'm bleeding pretty heavily.
that was not what I was expecting you to say.
But if I go,
all right, okay,
if I can burp enough, that means I can put.
you float down, float back down from the ceiling.
I'll float back down. I won't hit the ceiling fan.
I want to watch that now. Sorry,
Do you?
Yeah.
I always loved that movie as a kid.
I mean, it's not a bad movie, and I know this is not the movie we're supposed to be
know.
talking about, but I mean, I'm just not like. I don't think I've ever sat down and been like, oh, I want to watch Charlie and Shaw or Willy, whichever one it is, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, it depends on which version you're talking about. But anyway, back to the point at hand. Does anyone want to guess how much money they had to make this
The
movie?
last one was what, 12 million?
Yes.
And then I will say 8 million.
You're going under, huh?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 10. I'll split the
You're
difference.
going under too, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. I can tell you you're both wrong because I went over
Okay.
with a whopping 13 million.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
all
All
right.
right.
That's cool.
They went such a tiny amount over the original budget. I totally thought you guys would overshoot it, but instead you both undershot.
But
it.
this looked less polished than the last one to me.
I feel like the first movie was more like trying to
Dignified.
talk about story, and this one was like, let's just have people fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm cool with that still. Like, I'm
Yeah,
still fine
no
with that.
problem with that. But this was just like straight up kung fu movie.
Yeah.
That one was like trying to tell the story of this guy's like, this is just kung fu movie.
Well, also, I felt like the other one was a lot more what you expect from a foreign film. It had that style to it, like a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or whatever.
Do you watch a whole bunch of foreign films? Is that
Enough. This one felt more.
Hopes to see boobies.
This one. I don't need to see foreign films for that.
just look in the mirror and be like,
Yeah. So this one felt more like a Western movie. Like
my bad.
I would have guessed this had more money behind it. All right. Now, as for how much it made, there's a lot of dispute of this.
We couldn't find out last one either, right?
Huh?
We couldn't find out for the last one either. It was like,
Well, I found out how much it made worldwide, but I wasn't entirely sure if that was just the theater release
Okay.
from overseas, or if that was like the worldwide, well, including DVD sales or whatever else and that kind of stuff. But this seems to range from the information I got of.
I'm gonna say,
Okay.
you said it cost 13 to make. I will say 19.
You want to throw a guess in here? Or a belch?
30.
30? That's surprising because that's kind of what I was going to say. But because it ranges between 15 million to 50 million.
Okay, that's quite
That's
the
a
range.
big window, yeah. So, who is in this movie, guys?
Bunch of
We got-
Chinese actors.
We got Donnie Yen, we got Zhao Ming Huang, we got Sammo Hung, we got Lin Hung, we got Kent Chang, we got Darren Shalavi, and we got Yu Hong To. That's all the actors in there.
In the whole movie. That's it.
Who was that last one?
Yu Hong To.
Yeah, who did he play?
Cheng YK. So when I think that's the Sammo Hung's Hung Sifu, I think it was his oldest pupil. That's what he called him K. Whenever he was like, "Hey, kick everyone out!" Like that's what that was.
Oh, okay. Because that's the guy that played Ip Man in that other movie we're talking
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Cool.
So let's get into the movie, shall we? Once again, we start out. He's punching this wooden dummy. We just like in the original one. You know, he's doing his training.
Ipsy Fu. Yeah. This whole movie is just fights. It's just fight scenes. Like, that's...
Yeah. So like, basically, we start out.
All right, we're done. See you guys next time for Ip Man 3.
But he's open to school. Someone from his old village has a newspaper company.
Actually, before that, we see his potential relationship, his friend at least, if not brother.
His best friend that owns the cotton factory.
Yeah, he just gets shot in the head.
Yo,
Oh yeah,
during the
it's-
opening.
in the opening credits. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
kind of
worth
relevant later,
mentioning
yeah.
because it does come up later. But it is so weird. It's just like he's just kind of walking, and then suddenly just bullet in the head.
It seems to be like maybe this was, the battle we kind of ended on in the town square at the end of the last one. He was trying to run from that, and that's where he got shot.
Yeah, but it shows he takes his wife and stuff. He takes them away in his car. Like that's how
Does
the
he?
movie.
Or
Yeah, like he takes them
he's
away.
the one
and-
driving, isn't he?
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
he nurses Ip Man back to health.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Like
I can't.
Yeah. And so apparently this is 5 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is 1950
time
now.
later. There's a lot of confusion over there. We get a scene that says 8 days.
No.
Day 8. I'm sorry.
No, this is 1950. The first day is when we see him he gets a studio from this guy who owns his paper place. He gives him the top floor or whatever. Then 8 days later, he opens a school 8 days later, he has no business now. Like that's what the 8 days was. That's what day 8 meant.
But it was just confusing to me a little bit because there was like no context or anything. It just said day 8 on the
Yeah, I mean, like,
and I'm like, is this?
it could have been edited better. Yeah.
Is this 28 days later or something?
Yeah, it's like a weird zombie movie or something. It's like day 8 of the infection.
But if they said day 1 when they showed him open the school, then that might
Yeah.
give him better context to it.
But what was more confusing about that is we soon see his son, who hasn't aged a day.
Not one day. And it's 5 years after the first movie. It's 5 years later. Like,
So those Asian genes, man.
His
They young
wife,
looking.
his wife is at least 6 months pregnant, or I guess depending on the time frame of this movie, she's maybe 8, 9.
I don't know. She's just pregnant.
yeah, she's just pregnant.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure they just started filming this a month after filming the last one because this kid doesn't look much older. But anyway,
But yeah, so like we see he's opened the school, and come day 8, he has no students. Not one person has come up to the point where his neighbor was doing her laundry. She's like, "Hey, you got all the space? Can I like hang my clothes here since you're not using it?" He's like, "Yeah, fine." And so
He should charge her.
he should charge her, but he's like, no, he's too nice for that. Like he's like throughout this whole movie, like he's a nice dude. Like he wants to help people out and make sure people can protect themselves and all kind of stuff. But like he's putting up posters and all kind of stuff, and like finally he gives up looking for students. He starts to help her put her laundry up as well. And one kid finally walks in, and the kid's like, "Yo, I'm just here checking this stuff out. I'm gonna fight you. If you win, I'll pay your student fee. I'll pay your fee for me going to school here." And a fight starts.
yeah, and he's like, "All right, I guess we'll do this, sure," and just proceeds to whip the ever loving shit out of this kid.
But the kid won't give up. It's like Naruto, he won't give up.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not giving up. Guy's like, "Yo, I'm beating your ass." Like, just
Well, yeah, it starts out slow. He's just kind of like, he's knocking him around a little bit, but he keeps doing the like, this could be a killing blow, but I'm not going to hit you. And this could like take out your leg, but it's not, I'm not actually going to make contact. And the kid just won't accept it. So finally, like, he kind of keeps advancing until he's kind of like knocks the sense out of this kid or
He, like-
into this kid.
the kid's like, "Hit me." So he actually hits him. He's like, "Oh shit, that hurt."
But the kid's, finally defeated and he just runs off.
He didn't give him his money. He's like, "Yo, pay me. Fuck you, pay me." And the kid just ran out. Fast forward, he's about to lock up his studio or whatever.
Yeah, the kid comes back, but this time he's got some
3 friends
goons
with
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all, basically the same deal. Like, we're going to fight you because we want to see if you're really good enough. And he just proceeds to beat the snot out of all of them. And finally they say, "Hey, can you teach us? Please teach us."
He's like, "Yeah, but pay me first." He's like the nicest landlord, the nicest teacher. He's like,
It really, yeah.
could you kind of please pay me? Like, I can whoop your ass, right? But please, could you just kind of just pay me? Like,
Opium is expensive.
This is again where it's kind of like, he might have been a great guy, but was he this great a guy? Because, like, yeah, he keeps saying, "Oh, they owe me. Well, I'll go get the money from them if they have it. If not, they can pay me next time," or whatever. But, yeah, so now he's got his little dojo going, or I don't know if that's wrong to say, but he's got his school going. He's teaching them. Things are going great, but his greatest student is putting up some of these flyers around town for him when he runs into some hoodlums.
Hoodlums and hooligans.
they're from a different school, and they're putting up these posters about a boxing competition. I guess there's some British boxer that wants to put on some kind of show, and they're promoting it. And so they're mad at I think this dude's name was Liang.
I think
Yes.
I'm the worst with names, so
Yeah.
don't look at me.
They're like, you're putting your stuff over our posters. Fuck you, get out of here. It's our turf. And the guy's like, "Yo, it's a free wall. Like, we can share the space. It's all right." Like, and then like they start talking shit, and like he's feeling cocky now because he's got some Wing Chun training now. He's like, "All right, I can fight these guys."
And you know what also made me feel really sad in the scene? Mind you, everyone, this is before copiers, so all these posters were made by hand.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I thought the same thing. Like, holy shit.
When that guy tore it down, it was like, "You son of a bitch."
That was like an hour of work.
It took him 2 hours to draw that little guy fighting people on there. What the hell?
How's that beer?
We'll see. I took a gas relief pill. We'll see how that
That's
goes.
what that was?
Yeah.
All right.
It was the last one in the house.
Oh, no. You should text your wife, like, hey, you should probably pick some of these up.
Oh, it's already on the shopping list.
All right.
They were
So-
super expired, too, so we'll see.
It only counts for some medicines.
Yeah.
So this fight, it starts off the kid's trying to be mad cool, pulls his hat off, goes to throw it on like this hook, just misses.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah, and it pauses just long enough so he knows that they know he missed.
Is that supposed to impress anyone?
Yeah, no, but the guy he's fighting says, "Look, no one else but in. This is a one-on-one fight. His goonies, agree to it and stuff. And the fight's going pretty well. They're pretty evenly matched. At first, like they're both kind of hitting each other a little bit, but then Liang, he gets upper hand. He's like, he throws him against the wall. He's like bouncing. He's like juggling him off the wall, hitting him mad times in the chest and shit. And he's like, I won. And the dude's goons are like, fuck you. They stopped the show.
No, you didn't.
They just stopped his ass like it was.
It's a good old-fashioned curve stomping.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so he gets beat. Apparently he gets taken. He's like just taken hostage, because that's how you do.
They didn't know that his master was Liam Neeson, though. Like,
That would have been interesting.
But yeah, they end up going back to his school and say, hey, listen, one of your guys fucked around in our turf, so we took him. So if you bring us, I don't remember how much they said for a ransom.
never said a number, just said brass ransom.
Yeah, just bring the ransom.
And meet us down at the fish market.
Bring a money.
Yeah.
He could have wrote ransom on a piece of paper, said, here you go.
It's got like 4 pennies in it or something.
I drew you a poster.
But so he goes down to this fish market. He sees they're keeping him in some water tank. I'm
Yeah,
not
what
sure
was
this
that?
was. It looked like a deep fryer.
For real.
I think it was just to keep fish or lobster in.
Yeah, it must have been keeping fresh fish in there, but I don't know what the hell this is. But whatever. They're
just
basically
like-
torturing him.
It was
keeping
just a
him in
bin,
shitty
and
conditions.
they put some pallets on top, and were just spraying water in through the top of the pallets.
Waterboarding him.
Yeah, basically.
But he's like, I'm really sorry. It didn't need to happen. Are we cool? And they're like, did you bring the ransom? He says, no. They're like, then no, we're going to kill you. So fight ensues.
Yeah, they jumped to weapons real quick.
Just the biggest, dumbest, most Michael Jackson videoist fight you ever did see.
But at one
It's
point,
ridiculous fast.
to go back on, like, when he was training this guy Young earlier in the movie, the kid asked him, he's like, can you fight 10 men at once? And he laughs. He goes, what if they have weapons? He goes, just run. So here we are now. There's 10 guys in front of him with weapons. He's fucking fighting them.
Oh, man. And this is where you can tell it's like a totally different movie than the first one.
Yeah.
Because it's like Jackie Chan-anigans going on here. He's using pallets as weapons. He's, flipping it. Like, it's the old 1,000 guys are going to attack you, but only the ones that are attacking you at the front are actually going to move at any given time.
Yeah.
Like, everybody else is going to kind of hang back.
But when weapons come out, these guys pull out those butterfly knives that Rich mentioned in the last episode, which I guess is the style of preferred weapon style aside from the staff.
I don't know if these were legit butterfly knives.
They're
though.
not.
I think these are fish knives.
Oh, I
I
don't
think these
know.
are just
Yeah.
like cleavers for because butterfly knives are
They were
curved.
long. They were long and wide. I don't know. That's what Rich said they were. I don't know. Rich, call in. Write in. You know how it goes. Do your thing.
Just walk in. I don't know.
Walk in.
Yeah, come in at any point.
Still in town.
But yeah, there's again these thick blades like we dealt with the last time. They're not as long as that sword was, but
No,
but yeah, they have no point to them. They have an edge, but no point towards the top, which is odd. But yeah, he gets a couple of them away from some of these fishermen, and he's using them. He's fighting guys. I believe he pulls the 2 he gets out of the pallet that he used as a shield for a few minutes there.
But when he holds them, it pauses and you're like, oh shit, he has weapons now. Like, oh shit. And before he starts to fight with them, he turns around to the flat edges, the flat of the blade. The dull side is what he's hitting them with.
Yeah.
He's on the dull side and the flats, like Kenshin.
He's like, I'm badass and I could kill you all, but I don't want to. So I'm just going to slap the shit out of you with the side of a sword.
Yo, he fucks them up.
He sure does.
Every time, like, he would make that sound where he's punching you 100 times, he's hitting them with the knives 100 times.
But yeah, so he takes on this whole fish market. He takes on...
Oh, okay.
You probably can't see it.
Picture those knives. The butterfly knives are not the ones that I was wrong.
Oh.
These are just like extras that you get from an old Ninja Turtle figure.
All right, but so yeah, he takes on this fish market, and he's like, I just want to talk to your master, whatever. Can we can calm down, right? And they're like, no. So like more people show up, and more people show up, and
That's what I didn't get. Like they had like 100 people show up all of a sudden.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
it's
where
the
the
whole
fuck
fish
were you
market.
on?
It's the whole fish market.
Like, damn.
we get some relief because the fish market from across the street shows up, and they are all angry and look like they're ready to start, mob justice. But what do you know? It's our friend from the last movie,
Jin,
who
Chinese Jeffrey Combs.
who got his ass beat in
Look
the
it
cotton
up.
mill because he doesn't understand how commerce works. But so he sees it, man, and he's like, "Oh, hey, wait, we're cool. Like, you guys just back off. This is gonna be all right. We're just gonna let them go." But then another group of people shows up, and they're like, "Fuck you. This is not cool. We're gonna throw down." And it's this other master.
Master Hung,
Mr. Hung.
Is Master Hung? All right.
played by Sammo Hung.
And he's like,
They should have had a William Hung
Wow.
on the soundtrack.
Wow. This would have been after that, too.
I guess they're going to save that lowering of dignity for the third movie. But
Listen, you haven't seen the third movie, okay? You don't know.
This is true.
It's a sequel to a sequel. That means he has to hate it.
What? I don't know. Well, granted, it's no Baby Driver, but
Well, wait, then what do you
still a
classify the Avengers? Like that.
The Avengers? That's not a
What
sequel.
about the second Avengers?
That was good. Not as good as the first one.
See?
What about Civil War?
Civil
Which
War? Well,
is pretty much Avengers.
Yeah, and that was better.
And is also a Captain America sequel.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We found one.
More than one. Captain America movies just keep getting better. Anyway, we're getting off track. Where were we? Oh, so Master Hung shows up and he's like, listen, if you want to teach people martial arts around here, you have to be challenged by the other masters in the area. Otherwise, it doesn't count because those are the rules of such and such.
Hitman's like, who the fuck made these rules? Like,
He
Yeah.
was being a dick about it, though, is the thing.
Well, yeah, it's like Teamsters or something here.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But he's like, all right, I'll meet you. I'll face this challenge, whatever. So
In the meantime, cops show up.
Yep.
just arrest Hitman, his student, and Jen. Just arrest him. Just going, you injured people, so you're going to jail. They're like, what the fuck about everyone else?
Doesn't make any sense. It made me think that, the whole time, I'm thinking Hung is like a mob boss. That's what I'm thinking.
kind of.
Because he was talking about his turf. He was,
Yeah.
told Jin that he doesn't have any turf. It's all his. And then, these cops show up and just arrest
Well,
these outsider
that's
guys.
the thing. The cops are on the take, so they only arrest the people that were upsetting the mob, basically.
I guess. But it makes Hung out to be a worse person than I think they wanted him to be portrayed as.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or
Maybe.
maybe that's where they were going. I don't know.
Again, we have that weird thing of he kind of starts out as the villain here, but then we're quickly gonna try and make him more relatable, and then he becomes a good guy real fast. And
Like Apollo Creed.
it's weird, kind of.
Yeah.
Just like Apollo Creed.
Let's keep that in mind. But yeah, I like the cops essentially just show up as they might as well have been like a screen wipe. It might as well just been pulling a black curtain behind them.
But it's
and
every
grab
scene
the
that they're
guys.
in. They're just like, oh, we're here now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of like, how are we going to end the scene? Cops come in, grab people, take them away to the next scene. Okay. We see Hitman's wife struggles to get the money together to bail him out. Same thing with Jeffrey Combs.
Jin.
Jin. Thank you.
Well, like Jin's wife. So Ip Man's wife goes to the newspaper owner and gets money from him.
Well, that's after she looks in her little safe box, and all she finds in there is a couple of dollars and her sour face that she left in there since the first movie.
She's trying.
Wow.
She's trying to be more supportive of his.
Been sitting on that one this whole time.
Yeah. It's been rotting in his asshole this whole time. So,
Something has, that's for sure.
but like apparently Jin has this, like, he's transformed from the first movie. He tells it, man, he's like, thanks to him, like, if he hadn't blew out his eardrum, because he legit hit him in the ear hard as fuck, he would have been in like worse place now. So now he's changed his life around. He has a wife and kids, and like he has a job, and like helps his community.
Yeah. He's really turned himself around.
Yeah. And his wife bails him out.
Yeah, and they get together and get some money to bail out his student because nobody's coming for him because whatever. So this is where I believe they're talking about their money woes, but for some reason I guess that just translates to Ip Man's going to go out to get cake. It seemed.
Yeah, sometimes when you gotta eat your feelings, so you get some cake when you.
I know how that is, but you got to fight that impulse.
We got fat chat going on right now.
We're
We
trying
got
to save some money.
Doritos, we got cupcakes, we got potato chips, we got Halloween candy, we got Stacey's balls and everything. Like, we got all this stuff over here.
Yeah. Wait, why did Fat Chat come out?
So we're talking about
Why does it always?
eating your feelings.
Oh, yeah.
So we went to go buy some cake.
That's true.
But yeah, so this is where a feral man comes running down the street eating a duck.
Nothing better to do when you're depressed and broke. It's buy junk food.
Yep.
Pretty much.
But yeah, this guy comes running through. These two shop owners are trying to beat him to death because he's eating this duck. He just grabbed it and he's eating it. And they're like, "Oh, what's wrong with this dude?" Like, "Oh, I'll pay for the duck."
Hold on. It's been cooked.
It's not just... it's like if you ran into Costco and just swiped one of the rotisserie chickens.
Yeah, it's like that.
Just like this dude he is going to town on this thing.
Yeah, these two guys are literally like trying to beat him to death
while
and
they're
he's just
beating him up,
shoving this in his face. Yeah,
which, you know what, like true Fat Chat life right there.
Fat life.
He's representing.
It's not gonna be our new thing. # fat goals.
Yeah. It's good. It's a short list.
But so Ip Man, like, he can either take his money to buy the cake for his family, or he can help this hungry person. So he helps the hungry person. As he's trying to, he's like, this guy looks familiar. This kid, hey, I know you. And it's the kid from last movie. They kept calling him Uncle Ip.
Yeah.
That kid.
And it turns out the feral guy is his brother, friend.
It's his
thing.
friend.
Yeah, whatever we decided they were last time.
Well, it said in the
Frunkle.
opening.
It's his Frunkle. We'll call him a Frunkle.
Crunkle.
It said in the opening, while the dude was getting shot in the brain, that he was his best friend.
Oh, it did specify. Okay,
Yeah.
I missed that part. I'm still calling him Frunkle.
It
Anyway,
works.
It's it's Full House rules.
yeah.
But
So
then
he lives out in a garbage dump.
I have my own Full House theory about those are not Danny's kids.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. There's
Yeah.
nothing but fights in this movie. We can tangent a little bit. I want to hear
Like,
this.
those kids are Joey's kids, which is why Joey stays in the house, and the mom died under other circumstances. She's probably going to see Joey, whatever. And then
Oh,
Joey
because
was
Jesse was the mom's brother, right?
brother, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Because those kids don't have dark hair; they're all blonde.
that's true.
Yeah, Steph's kind of funny. Joey's fun now.
Joey's not funny. Where are you getting that from?
Whatever. I thought Deadpool was funny. Shut up.
The Olsen twins do look a little bit like Mr. Woodchuck.
Yeah, I
see where that
thought those are
Joey has lame catchphrases. Michelle had lame
lame
catchphrases.
Like, those are his kids, and that's why he wanted to stay and help Danny out after the mom died, because he's like, I need to be near my kids, and the only way I can do it is moving with Danny.
Was the mom Alanis Morissette?
I don't know.
Would any of the Tanner girls go down on you in a theater?
What?
All their mouths were smaller than their heads.
Hey, Rob.
So no, I would say
Wouldn't
no.
that be ironic? Don't you think?
I think it'd be highly illegal.
Yeah.
So,
well-
until Fuller House.
Anyway.
Anyway, that was my
all
weird.
3 of them?
Yeah, well,
He didn't.
they've been best friends for a long time.
Fair enough. All right. So
I think they just have a rotating bedroom policy.
Maybe.
They just go wherever, man. It was Jesse. It's a Lannister thing. You don't care. Whatever.
Oh.
What? Too far?
A little bit. So anyway, back to this movie.
Working on a new T-shirt idea right now.
The house remembers.
Unrelated.
Okay. We were where were we? Oh,
when he was literally wrecking shop?
yeah.
Or no, we got past that. Okay, so yeah, he has to fight the Masters.
Oh no, we got to the dude's best friend is Farrell. That's where we were at.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And there's no other point in the rest of the movie for that. It's
Yeah,
totally
it's literally
unnecessary.
it. Just-
It's like they were almost like, oh, don't worry, he's still alive. We just wanted to show you that he was still alive. But if they didn't show him getting shot in the head in the beginning, nobody would have questioned it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is again why I'm like, is this based on any truth? Because like that seems like such a weird detail to just come up with for nothing, and it amounts to nothing. Because we see this scene where he's looking after him. He might come back at one other point, and then late in the movie, he sees him again. But like,
Might as well have
that's
told us.
it.
Might as well have told us he was a vampire and just have him hopping around like he's in a
what?
friggin' sack race or whatever.
Why
they're
not? Or have him, be a NASCAR racer. None of it matters. It
Just have
didn't
him not
mean
be
anything.
not be in the movie.
Yeah, just be like, hey, I got a letter from that dude. He's okay.
Have him
We're
be the
done.
owner of the newspaper instead of this other guy.
I don't think that'd be a little too much of a retread, but
Whatever.
So,
Either way, a friend of his owns some company that gives someone a job. Like,
you would think, like, at some point in the movie, the boxer would show up and, like, knock his brains back in order or something. I don't know, but, like, yeah, it literally amounts to nothing. So, anyway, now he has to fight the Masters. So they have this set up. They're all seated around on the outside of this, like, dance
room,
floor, whatever. Yeah, big room. And in the center is a table, and around the table is a bunch of stools put upside down. The kind you don't want to sit on.
Yeah,
Right.
and while this scene was going on, I put a bunch of stools upside down too.
yeah, we smelled it. We smelled it.
The audience didn't, but they do now. So anyway,
Smelled it in their hearts.
yeah, he gets up on the table and he's told that if they can knock him off, he loses. But if he can stay up, he can become a master. They'll
And he
call
has
him.
to do it. He has to last as long as the incense burns.
Yeah.
So remember, guys, if you can stay up as long as the incense burns, you can become a master.
Not touching that.
Leave the silence in.
So anyway, like some masters do eventually challenge him. He gets in fights with them. It's all cool action stuff, yada yada yada. He eventually knocks the one guy down.
But I want to know what styles they're using. Like, was it like Manta style? Was
One
it
definitely looked like the first guy looked like Mantis style.
yeah.
I guess that's a thing. So I don't know.
Someone find out what styles they were using in that scene.
Rich right in.
Sorry, Rich, we fired Steve.
Yeah, I mean,
You're it, man.
You're it, man.
You're it, man.
just made his day.
Yeah. So anyway,
Rich Sifu, answer all these dumb questions for us.
he goes through like 2 masters, and then he fights Master Hung. All right. They put up a good fight. They're beating the crap out of each other. The table eventually breaks.
Like, I thought the fight was pretty dope because, like,
Yeah.
the table is really it's if you took a tabletop and put it on top of a smaller desk, a smaller table, so it's like it does not bolt to anything. It's just freestanding. So as they move from side to side, it tilts from side to side. At one point, like they're fighting on the edge of it as it's tilting, and they're going around it. It's a dope fight, and they're both equally hitting each other the same amount of times and blocking each other's punches and shit. It's a dope fight.
It sounded really cool.
Yeah.
From the bathroom.
Yeah.
It was. Should have been there. Anyway, eventually the table just breaks in half because it can't take the weight anymore. And
Can't take the awesome anymore.
they both kind of like, start running their feet and flipping the little board down so that it lands on top of some of these stools. So they still have a place to land on it. So neither one of them hits the floor. So he technically still, is, proceeding with what he was supposed to be doing here. At that point, Hung finally says, "All right, I will call you master."
But make sure you pay your union fees
Yeah,
of $100
every month,
every month.
protection money.
Don't worry, because I'll keep you out of trouble. So just give me $100. Hitman's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
If this was just to get me to give you money every month, fuck you. I don't need you.
Yep.
yeah, I've had enough of this bullshit.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna teach anyway. Whatever."
And Hung's like, all right, if you get in any trouble, don't come to me.
Yeah, bad things may happen in this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough,
Hey.
bad things do happen. Some of his guys show up around the area and they start causing a bit of trouble. They're like, I think they're just ripping down posters or whatever. But then
The big thing is that like they stop anyone from trying to join his school. Like even his students can't get in anymore. Like they try to fight away some of the students. And like the ones who hadn't already shown up were like, yo, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Like what
Yeah. We eventually will pay our dues just like anybody else.
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
But they start throwing like vases at him and everything.
Which I'm like, yo, why are you breaking my shit? Like, why are you throwing my shit at dumbass people?
Yeah, you realize this is all because we don't have money, right? So stop breaking
They
stuff.
throw It Man stuff at this?
Yeah, they throw things from the top of the building down at
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's Ip Man's, but somebody who owns that building and
someone's
owns
gonna
that
pay
stuff,
for it.
Yeah,
They broke it, so he's gonna pay for it.
yeah.
Dumbass kid.
But like a
Which
whole
one of y'all
riot
smells
breaks
right
out.
Huh?
Which one of y'all stinks right now?
That's you,
It's
because
probably you.
you know we have no shame. We freely admit when we do
That's
stuff.
just me.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's you.
Wait, I don't not admit.
That's just you.
All right.
We have
Yeah,
no shit.
I'm
Maybe
not
maybe it's the ghost of Joe somewhere, like farting
might
and
be,
just
like-
wafting in.
Honestly, I haven't done anything, but I just started smelling poop.
It's in your clothes.
It could be in my clothes. That is entirely possible.
Joe is trying to reform out of the stank coming out of your ass. But so full on riot breaks out.
They're messing everyone's stalls. It's just food everywhere. It's just like
Yeah, shit's getting crazy. And once again, Ip Man goes to talk to Master Hung about this. He's like, we can't be doing this, whatever. And he's like, yeah,
well,
you
the
know
biggest thing is like after this, his friend who gave him the studio was like, dude, you can't stay here no more. You gotta go. I'm closing your school.
what? Right.
Really?
Yeah.
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 That's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, they did,
They broke
they
mad
started a
shit
riot.
in
Yeah,
the
they started
neighborhood.
like throwing trash cans through his window and stuff. Like, I'm trying to run a newspaper here, man. That's not cool.
Yeah. It's like
So, but Ip Man's like, whatever. I'm just gonna teach my martial arts in the park or whatever I gotta do. But he's talking to Hung and he's like, this is what I'm gonna do. You gotta lay off your shit. Like, we can work together. We can cohabitate or whatever. But he's like, yeah, you know what? No, because I saw the paper said that the victor was undecided and I can't have that. So he attacks him again. They do a bit more fighting. But this is when Ip Man almost accidentally trips over a little ball of
A panda.
pink pudge that was
Yeah.
sitting in the corner.
I just want to point out this shows how much more badass Ip Man is than Master Hung, because like Hung goes to kick Ip Man, he dodges it, sees he's gonna kick this kid instead, grabs the kid, moves out of the way, all before like, and while still not getting hit himself. Like he's badass.
Oh
Like,
yeah. How could you not see the kid? But
right. I mean, he was kind of huge, but
I'm surprised. I'm kind of surprised he could lift him with that much speed. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd throw my back out trying to pick this kid up.
this kid should be a member of Fat Chat. We'll say it like that. Like he should be at the table with us right now.
This kid should have a car emblem on his chest.
He's selling tires right now. Like.
Oh God. This kid has no lines. Poor kid.
No, he doesn't. You're right. He has no lines.
No,
lines.
he's not. He's just another one. Oh,
Don't even Doritos right there.
And he's eating in 2 of the 3 scenes he's in.
So like, as the kid gets pulled out of the way, we see Master Hung's like wife and other kids come in, and there's like 7 daughters. He has 7 daughters and this
All
one
the
son.
daughters. Just,
Like, there's so many of them. Ip Man's like, look, dude, do you want to win so bad you don't want to eat with your family? I mean, what's really more important?
That's right.
And that kind of like touches Master Hung in a way that he hadn't been touched before in a while.
I don't think he's having any problem being touched. Like, dude's got kids for days, man. He is getting it done. He's putting in work. He's getting an overtime check.
He's repopulating all of China himself.
Which is unnecessary. He's the reason.
Yes. So anyway, like they kind of come to an understanding here.
That's not a great wall. That's a playpen for all of his kids. His fat kids.
No, just the one.
I know.
It's just the one.
Just the boy.
The
'Cause
boy.
He's the boy. He gets food.
Yeah, the girls got to keep lean. The boys
That's right. That's right.
can be just.
I saw
sacks,
Mulan.
I guess.
Wow. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Jeez, where the hell was I?
It's about cross-dressing. Don't tell the president.
So yeah, because of this, they find an understanding between each other, and Hung actually invites him to a boxing match that's coming up. He gives him a free ticket, I guess, for him and like all of his students or something.
I guess.
I don't know, everybody goes.
But apparently this British, I don't know if it's a company or somehow they've managed to be in league
British.
with the police force as well.
I guess it's
Like-
like is it like an import-export company or something like that?
I don't know,
Like,
like-
because they own the fish stocks
Yeah.
or something, like the fish that I don't know.
So this
There's a
company,
source of money here, I guess, is the deal.
this group, whatever, is in league with the police force, and they have one guy who's dealing with the police chief, who they call Fatso. That's his name in the.
That's just his name.
Fatso.
It's fatso.
So
So that guy and Master Hung have been like organizing this event and making sure that people show up or whatever. And Master Hung is like, the whole movie is like, yo, so how much do I get from this take of this? Like, we're doing all the work stuff. What's my cut?
So as a quick side note, yes, people, there's a character in this who is credited as Fatso, and he's still smaller than this kid. Continue.
I think he's a kid's dad. I think Hung's been dealing with this boxing thing, and Fatso's been making time with Hung's wife.
He learned from Joey.
Yeah, he's been pulling a full house.
So like,
He's cuckolding Mr. Hung.
this guy from this company starts swearing at Master Hung, starts swearing at Fatso. He's like, you guys can't quit. You quit, then I take your fish market away, and yada yada yada. So like, finally, like, fuck it. And when this championship boxing, this boxing event happens,
I finance you and all of your fish markets.
Dude,
and if
Kit
you don't
Kats?
like it,
Kit Kats are where it's at, man.
for real.
Kit Kats are good.
But yeah, these guys are assholes, and the biggest one of all is Mr. Twister, who is the boxing champion, who comes in and starts swaggering his dick around like he's the greatest thing ever. And yeah, they're just giving Hung shit for no apparent reason, and he's getting kind of tired of it, and he's starting to get pissed and wants to do something about it. But they're like, all these people are going to be out of a job. You can't just think about yourself or your honor. You got to think about all these people that follow you and depend on you. So he finally he's like, all right, fine, you can do your thing. I'm just going to leave.
So now that we're at the championship, we see this company that is there with all their white folks. That's best way to describe it.
First of all, I want to know.
Brian, the term is British folks.
Sure.
It's
Alright.
the same. It's the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I
Okay,
believe they're called devils in
They are called devils in the movie.
devils in the movie.
Foreign devils.
I'm sorry. I did kind of cut you off. What did you want to? Was there anything else you wanted to say here about this?
Oh, that basically every martial arts school is going to put on a performance in honor of this match, and that's what the setting is. For the bug,
Oh, here we go.
where's that notebook?
Don't you dare, Brian. I mean, do it, but
Oh no, it's a fly.
that's even,
So-
it's just as bad.
Yeah, but they're harder to kill.
So now, first question is, what is this match for? Because you have Mr. Twister, this boxer guy. He's all, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, float like a butterfly, whatever he's doing. We never see anyone that he was there to box. There's no mention
never
of
gets to
anyone.
it, yeah.
We never get, it never gets to it. Also, who is this for? Because the whole audience seems to be everyone that's participating in the like martial arts demonstrations.
Well, it's like last movie, how the Japanese guy wanted to put a tournament on the show, how his martial arts is, as good and better than their martial arts. So it's basically the same kind of premise. Like it's just a rehash of the.
But there were Japanese guys like watching it. At least there were other soldiers and so on. So you could be like, "Look, I beat all them because I'm better than them." This was just like, "Look, I beat one of you because I'm better than all of you." I guess maybe.
Yeah, but when that happened, like it was the show was just for the general's own pride and stuff. This is just for the higher up in the company's pride or whatever. He's just trying to make a good show of it so he can report back to the homeland about like we're doing great things over here. Like we're so much winning. We're just winning because we're winners. That's what we do.
Okay.
We have a huge following over here, huge, and like we just win. So much winning.
But none of that happens.
No.
Because they this boxer starts talking some shit while he's watching them do their demonstration. He's like, "Why are they dancing and yelling?" And he's like, "That doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is their kind of boxing? Well, let me show them what real boxing is like." And gets up there and he just proceeds to beat the shit out of all these students.
And that's the thing, like,
for no reason.
I felt like I was watching being American and all. I just felt like they were making fun of Americans. So I'm like, no, they're not really making fun of Americans. Not yet with this movie. Like,
I'm sure they kind of are.
Yeah, well, because real talk, we got it from the British. So that's what. Yeah. So
we perfected douchebaggery.
I mean, we did. Like, did you kill it? No.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed it. All right.
Second time he's killed it in the bathroom today.
Killed it in the bedroom. As per
First time
usual.
that's happened ever.
So
now what my left hand says.
Yeah, this guy just starts beating the shit out of everybody until the masters get involved, and they're just trying to keep the students back until this guy's like, "Yeah, your martial arts are gay or whatever, and you guys are stupid," and I don't even know. He's just farting on everybody. And they're like, all right, now you're trying to insult us. And that's not cool. Like, we still have some honor.
Like, and this is what translators fuck things up in this movie, just like the last movie.
Yeah.
Like, so, Sammo Hung's, Master Sifu, Hung Sifu is like, look, like, things get a little out of hand. That, didn't have to come like this. If you just want to show your skills, whatever, we could have done that some other way. If you hated what you saw, you could have just left. Right. Like, no need to go this far. Just apologize and it'll be all good, right? The translator goes, he says you should apologize. And I'm like, he said way more than that. Like, say the rest of the stuff, say everything else. Like, give some context. Like, and so, of course.
You think maybe the translator just didn't catch all of that? He's like,
If he caught the whole entire last speech.
Also, if he didn't catch all that, shouldn't be a translator.
Right. Right.
Not arguing that.
If that woman can do sign language to Wu-Tang Clan concerts and still be on beat and dance at the same time, this guy should be able to translate what this guy...
Okay, but let's not forget...
They have sign language?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
At Wu-Tang?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it was at one of the Senate committees or something where the one guy that was doing sign language and clearly didn't know sign language and was just doing shit with his hands.
That happened for real?
Yeah, happened for real.
Man. Oh, man.
I think it might not have been that major of an event. I don't quite remember that, but
they all can be major.
He got fired.
Oh, but yeah, so like the Mr. Twister is like, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm not apologizing for shit. You guys can't beat me. I do what I want. Might makes right, and I'm right. So I'll fight any one of you if you want to, and I won't apologize till one of you beats me. So how about one of you beat me?
Yeah. So Hung's like, all right, I'll accept that challenge. I'm gonna kick your ass because I'm not putting up with this kind of insult.
Hitman's face is priceless. He's like, you're old as fuck, dude. What are you doing? Like, dude, let me do it. Like,
yeah. Are you sure you're the one to be doing this?
You see it in his face, like
Hung comes out with this big ass Chinese flag hat. Living in China.
Oh, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
No, I mean, Hung is much more humble about it, but the fact is, he let his anger get the best of him.
Yeah.
Like,
Ip Man's like, you sure you got that pig at home to take care of? I mean, son.
Oh, damn.
shots fired.
Well, you got all them kids and that wife to take care of, dude. What are you doing, though? Like,
Yeah.
take care of your family. We talked about this last time. Take care of your family, son.
Yeah. You could have a whole other litter if you play your cards right. But yeah, so he's like, I'll take him on. Let's do this. They get into a match, I'll call it, for lack of a better word here.
Well, to be fair, he did a lot better than Apollo did against.
Well, yeah, No, I'm not nudging. He did a wonderful job for everything he could. I'm just calling it a match because it's literally like it's a boxing match.
It was just a fight.
One,
it was
one guy is
unsanctioned.
just
It was-
wildly swinging his arms, and the other dude is like kicking and punching and flipping and doing all kinds of shit. And it's just like, how do you regulate this?
We're playing Street Fighter.
Yeah, we call it mixed martial arts now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have something for it now, but back then, I imagine the ref was just like, none of that's legal. Like, I don't know.
But and just like MMA today, you wouldn't find a boxer just doing their just boxing. Like, it's more shit.
No.
Because they know better. Like,
But here's the funny thing, like when this fight first broke out, like Twister was like kicking and he was doing moves that were not boxing moves.
Right.
Until the final match where he was just doing boxing moves.
Well, he was mostly just doing boxing moves because that's all he knows, I think. He did a bit of kicking or whatever, but it's just like, it's just a guy in a fight. But like, he mostly knows just boxing moves.
so this fight goes pretty well at first. Master Hung is doing his thing, and then like come round two, he's like, "Fuck, I'm old.
It's like, I'm tired.
I'm tired of shit."
You guys see those unicorns too? I think my eyes have just popped out of the socket. All right.
It's like
I gotta take a
basically
shit, take a nap.
it's basically how I feel every time we start recording. Like after we watch the movies, round one, this is round two. I'm just like, oh, I can't. Somebody hold me up. Hold me up by the arms.
So come round 3 and 4, it's the tired ass turn. It's not looking that great. Ip Man's like, "Yo, Master, let's throw the towel in, man. Like you showed that you got heart and stuff, and but you got that wife and them kids at home and stuff. Like,
I don't know if you've seen that wife recently, but she's looking good.
like you got family to take care of and stuff. You got to feed them and stuff. Like,
Little butter, you got the heart of a champion.
yeah."
But yeah, he's like, fuck that noise. We were insulted. I will not be insulted. This guy needs to go down. I am not going to be able to do that. And he gets his brain mashed in.
Like it's almost like shot for shot, like Rocky.
It's straight up.
What's his name's going, "Throw the damn towel." And Rocky's holding the towels like, "Nah, you tell me not to." Like, "Nah." Like,
Fuck you, do it, you dumb motherfucker.
It's the same sequence. Like,
You know what, Ronky? It's better to have him live the rest of his life hating you, but being alive than dead.
I mean, man, like,
Dumbass. Anyway,
so boom.
there's our Rocky 3-4 review as well. So,
That's
anyway.
a different movie.
Yeah.
There's like more montages than that and stuff.
Yeah, there's always more montage than Rocky.
That's right.
Nothing
So
but montages in
this
that
guy, he drops dead. There's not even a count. We just like the guy. I think he went in for the count and instead just like, let me check for a pulse. Yep, no, it's over.
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
So we see a little funeral for him. The wife and all the kids are in in the full white robes and whatnot, and everybody's crying and it's sad. But it's time to move on because the Brits are like, "Hey, listen, we're gonna hold a little conference here to let you know that this is not what we intended."
Like to
To save face.
just whatever this British company is, the Britons, whatever, they call in that dude who arranged the fight. It was like, "Look, this is giving us some bad press. We need to fucking fix this. This is your fucking fault. So make sure this shit don't happen no more. Like, fucking fix it." And then we had this fucking press conference.
And he doesn't fix
It
it.
doesn't fix it. It does the opposite. Like,
This guy is just an asshole.
It's really
Boxer.
I just want you guys to know that I didn't mean to kill that guy. But from here on out, I'm willing to challenge any of you, and I will kill all of you.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
It starts out one dude's apologizing, saying he totally misdescribes the whole encounter. He's like, you guys was kind of weak, and when my boxer punched him, hit him a little too hard, and the guy was old and died. Mm-hmm. So sorry it happened. We'll make sure it don't happen again. But so you guys feel like you get some justice, we're gonna arrange a fight. Yeah. So anyone who wants to come fight our guy to prove, to show how mad they are at him, can just come. He'll take all challengers. That's fine. Well, here he is.
That's the company man, and he was totally on point.
Yeah. It was still shitty apologies.
Yeah, his view is skewed, but he's going on behalf of the company. It's always in favor of the company. Yeah. We did nothing wrong. We're sorry anyway. How can we make this better without actually paying any money or something?
Yeah. But then comes Mr. Twister.
Yeah, he literally is just, I'm sorry I killed him, but if anyone wants to challenge me, I'll kill you all as well.
He starts yelling and I'm like what the fuck?
Literally says to them, like, there won't be anyone left after this because I will kill you all. Like, what? But sure enough, Ip Man shows up and he's just like, fuck you, dude. I'm going to challenge you right now. Like, let's go.
I mean, he has a bigger speech than that because dude says he pulls out this giant ass incense thing, like it's a baseball bat of incense, and he puts it down. He said, "When this burns out, you got until this burns out to fight me because I heard you love to play with incense, whatever. So I'll play your game." It Man's like, "That's not why we do that. It's more about showing humility and respect for the arts and what we're doing and stuff."
Which you have none of.
You have none of that shit. So I'm gonna beat your ass because it demands it right now, and I'm gonna challenge you for my country and everybody else. China. We're gonna beat the Russia. Britain.
I got the power of God and anime on my side.
But yeah, that's what sets this fight up.
Yeah, so a new challenger has emerged. He does some training. He's getting ready for this. Well, he's apparently in the back room training. His wife gives birth.
No. His wife and kid go live with the laundry lady while he trains.
Yeah, but isn't that still a house away or something?
No, because he doesn't live. That's next to where the studio was. They live somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The laundry lady lived next to the studio, but he lived somewhere else. So they go live with him, with her, and while he's training, get ready for the fight. As the fight starts, she gives birth. But so they're like, "Go get your dad out of the way," and she's like, "No, wait,
yeah,
wait, don't bother him. He might hit me. Don't bother him.
He's high. Don't bother him. He won't understand what's happening."
I don't want him to get the chance to meet his baby before he goes off to possible death.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he goes in the ring. Tim and Mr. Twister.
Twister. Yeah, Twister.
Is that movie on the list? I think it is, isn't it?
Twister? Oh, I'm sure it is. I was referencing the Weird Al song.
Oh, I don't remember it.
So him and Titty Twister are in the match. Mouch.
Mouch.
What
is it? What is a mouch?
What is a mouch?
Yeah.
I know it's the sound in one of the Mario games. Mouch. No.
Wait, are you just trying to get me to come up with some horrible description right now?
Yes, that's actually what I was trying.
I'm choosing to decline.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is not interesting at all. So, they get into this fight.
I already did quaffle.
They're both doing well enough, because Ip Man's, he's got his Ip Man style. He's all over the place. He's hitting a lot. He's doing good things.
But Mr. Twister, he's strong as fuck.
He's like a brick shit house apparently, even though he's a really small guy, so it's weird. But he's apparently really, really strong as well, because couple good hits in Ip Man's face and he's knocked down.
Dude's jacked as hell though.
Yeah,
so he's in good shape. Yeah, but again, I guess I'm used to more modern day boxers. You see people like Mike Tyson who
juiced up.
Yeah, probably, but whatever. So he knocks Ip Man down. He's almost down for the count, but he gets up before it's over, and everybody's like, "Yay!" And then he knocks Titty Twister down.
He kicks him right in the chest.
Yeah. And he's down now. and everyone's like, stay down. But he ends up getting up, and that fight just continues on for a little while. They're beating each other up pretty good. They're both getting some hits in, doing some damage. But Ip Man's finally kind of like...
He's comfortable. He's like, I figured you out. We can do this.
Yeah, he starts to gain some ground, and then they have a little break in the round, and the guys have a discussion.
Like, the bell rings. Twister punches him right in the fucking face after the bell rings.
Yep.
Like, blatant.
He winds it up after
Yeah.
It's like not even... It wasn't even like a mid-swing. It was...
No one says shit. He goes, oh, don't do that anymore. That's it. Like, what the fuck?
But they also tell Ip Man he can't use kicks anymore. It's all got to be punching or he'll be disqualified.
Which is like...
Then it's not martial arts versus boxing
No.
anymore. Then it's just boxing.
Yeah. And
That's what I'm
it's the whole
saying.
thing.
That's
It's
what
like,
it probably should have been to begin with.
it's like, I can't do that. So, because I don't know how to do that, I won't count. That doesn't count then. It's not real because I can't do it.
Yeah.
So you got to do what I can do.
Right.
Even though you're a fish, you gotta climb this tree. Even though you don't have legs and arms, and I do, I'm gonna climb this tree. That's the contest. Tree climbing now. That's what it is. Yeah, boom.
It's basically how the internet works now.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Explain.
Explain. If I don't agree with something you say, whatever you say doesn't count.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's how the internet works.
That's about right. So anyway.
What was it? Mouch?
Mouch.
I need to think about that one.
I figured draw it, put it on a shirt. I don't know.
I need more. I need more of this.
Yeah, we both need more alcohol before we can think of something good.
Well, I still got to work on my Wolverine shirt.
Just a giant dick.
Well, I showed you the picture.
I have not seen a giant dick, Rob.
I absolutely did. I did. I sent it to you at the full-time party.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I forgot about that. Let me go back to that. Anyway, continue, Tony.
No, you sure? You sure you guys are done?
I gotta find it. I'll be dead here until I find it, so you can continue saying stuff.
Riveting for all
It's
listeners at home.
a fucking dick, Rob. It's a fucking dick. Fuck you. Wolverine.
It's got claws, though.
Does it have Wolverine sideburns on the balls?
It's got the mask on.
Fuck. I'll put it on the website so people can see it.
No, you gotta see it so I can put it on a shirt.
I'm surprised it wasn't just that picture of Wolverine with his fist but dicks and still.
No, I'm gonna put that on a shirt, and I'm gonna sign it. It's gonna be like the Margarita Rob signature series.
All right.
Maybe it won't be a shirt. Maybe it'll just be a sticker
That's different than I expected.
or a
But all right.
mouse pad or an apron.
Apron. There it is. There it is.
All right, kiss the cock on it.
All right, we're getting dangerously close to encroaching on dicktowel.com territory, so let's move on, shall we? So, Ip Man is now completely thrown off because he can't kick anymore. So he's like, well, I'm good at punching, but like every couple moves, I gotta kind of rethink my thoughts and whatever.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna punch him with my leg.
Can we put some boxing gloves on my feet and I'll just take care of this?
Oh, man.
Kittens.
But yeah, surprise, surprise. Ultimately, Ip Man wins.
Well, he goes through the
Montage.
the montage of watching Master Hung get beat the fuck up, and so he's like, he's doing Master Hung's moves,
Push it to the
but he's doing them better.
Yeah.
Because he's not old.
It's like 20 years,
Well, like, yeah,
20 years younger.
there is a part in there where he says something like, you just have to like dodge his moves and get in between him or something. And Master Hung's like, yeah, that's easier said than done.
Oh, that's
dude.
what it was.
So he's
he
like,
was saying,
I'm going to show you.
to hit him in his ribs and stuff. And then Master Hung in the flashback, he's like, no, that's harder than it looks. So instead, he starts punching him in his arms, in the bicep areas of his arms, which makes his arms heavy and harder to move, and that slows him down enough to make the fight, him fight in his favor.
Dude tenderizes him like a meat.
Yeah, for real. Like you hit 10 times in the same spot in one arm, your arm's fucking done.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like even just once.
Yeah.
Even just one good hit in the same in one spot. It's like once that gets bruised, you're like, okay, I don't want to move that. And I'm not moving that.
But so he wins, and everyone rejoices, and Kalu Kalei. And he goes home. He's like, they basically say, no, you just won the Super Bowl. What do you want to do? And he's like, I'm going home to meet my new baby.
He gives a big speech first.
Oh, right. Yeah, he tells the whole audience listening at home and everybody's like,
when I first got here, y'all didn't like me. I didn't like you.
If I could change, and you could change,
we all change. And China.
I touched my kid in the car. Anyway.
But like, real talk though, it pretty much is the same exact speech.
It totally is.
Yeah, it's like
Same speech.
we might be different people from different places with different styles, but we all have the same dignity, and we can learn to love each other. And something.
Wait, who wrote this? You said Yip, whatever. The dude name, what was his last name?
He directed it.
Okay.
I don't remember if he's the writer.
I feel like he had just
Might have
seen
been.
Rocky 4 and was like, I know.
If everybody just loves each other more, the world would be a better place.
So, he ends up running home. He finds there his wife standing with the new baby.
He legit just does run home.
Run home.
Yeah, he just runs home. And she is just standing there with her kid. Like, I wonder how long they were standing there.
I mean, like,
With a new baby.
like, ladies, like, if y'all have a kid and stuff like that, how soon do you stand up? Because that fight wasn't that long. Like, like, don't you like?
She was like a baby giraffe. She just did it while standing.
Yeah,
Just dumped that kid out and kept walking.
Like,
Just swung her belly around so the umbilical cord like swung it up again and
yo,
just caught it.
like
Well,
that
that's the
was.
thing.
It was like an hour tops.
Well, yeah,
Tops.
I'll give them. This isn't modern day where we know we should keep them in the hospital for like a day or two. But
This was not
this
100
this
years
wasn't-
ago.
That's what I was getting at. Like, this was not like where you just go, well, the baby's out of you, get out. So
I mean, from labor to when he shows up was like 3 hours. Like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
although actually, now that I'm thinking about it, she gave birth at the neighbor's house, which was the laundry lady, right?
Right.
yeah.
She's big into laundry. So now she's real pissed off because her laundry is ruined by this birth. So she kicks him out and they go on their way.
Is that what it is? Is that what did it?
That's my theory. Anyway, he's now got a new baby son. She lets him name it and they go home. Everything seems like it's going to be fine until he turns on the lights, and that's when Nick Fury shows up to set up the sequel. That's what happens.
I don't
Sure.
call that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Nick Fury. It was Bruce Lee. My mistake.
Oh, yeah, they do a little scene where little
This-
kid Bruce Lee comes in.
Honestly, you would have been better off having him open the door and Princess Peach comes through saying, "You're never going to believe this." It's just... I know what you're getting at, but come on, guys.
I would like for him to have checked his midichlorian levels.
Yeah,
Is Super Mario Brothers on the fail list?
I'm
yes.
sure.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, Bruce Lee comes in and he's like, I'm going to be the next Hokage. Believe it. And he's like, sure, kid. Come back when you're older. Ha, 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 ha. And we end. And that's Ip Man 2, Legend of the Grand Master from the year 2010.
From the sorry.
Feel free to do that anytime. Boop. All right, so on RottenTomatoes.com, critics gave this a score of 93%. Audience gave this a score of 84%. That's their thoughts and opinions. What are your thoughts and opinions / recommendations on this, Brian?
I enjoyed this. Like, I wouldn't go as high as like 90-something%, but like, I'd watch this again. Like, I definitely had this on because like, there's enough fight stuff happening where I was engaged the whole time. It's like some things didn't make much sense, but I still enjoyed what I was watching. Like, so fuck, I'd say watch it again.
Okay.
Get some snacks.
Yeah, for me, this movie is a recommend. It's got a better flow than the last one, but it's so much cheesier. But again, this is the kind of thing you're not watching so much for the story. It's you're not here for the nutrients. You're here because it tastes good. So yeah, it's just cool action scenes, and that's all you really need. So you can throw this on pretty much any time and enjoy it. So recommend from me, Rob.
It's Chinese Rocky 4. What more could you want? I mean, it's a totally entertaining movie, and I'll totally recommend it. I don't know where 93% came from. This is like a C plus, like 75% for me. Like, it's good, but I mean, 93%? Damn. It was a slow day, I guess.
Yeah, I can't say I necessarily agree with that, but hey, whatever.
Okay, it's a recommend.
All right. So, what do we have up next, Brian?
We have our final Ip Man movie, at least for this franchise month coming up. Ip Man 3. That is, I think none of us. Oh, you've seen that one, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Ip Man 3's coming up. After that, we have Warrior to close out our total franchise month contest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so keep listening.
All right. What else we got for the people, Rob?
Well, guys, that was our episode. We want to thank you so very much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please check out our website at 4ampodcast.podbean.com, and please consider subscribing. We have a new episode every week. Please help spread the word about the show by leaving a positive review on iTunes and liking us on Facebook and following us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at 4ampodcast. If you'd like to contact us via email, you can reach us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. And do not forget our new merchandise store at Teespring, 4am Podcast at Teespring, where you can find all kinds of cool, swaggy, swagalicious, merchified stuff you can wear on your body to keep yourself warm and not naked.
You can find it on our website as well, 4ampodcast.podbean.com. We have a merch section. Go right to that.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to sponsor an episode, you can also do that at our website.
All right, so we'll return next week as Franchise Month continues with Ip Man 3. But until then,
Later.
Deuces.
good night, everybody.